Well, absolutely. If you take a look at on the global setup on the equity front, it's pain all across, and in fact, elevated cuts on the US, Asia, Europe is something that we're seeing. But today, I'm going to focus on metals because the kind of fall that we've seen that started last week when silver saw a 30% fall, and that fall has continued. So let's understand first for gold. Yesterday, down 2%, up 7% in 1 month, which continues to be net positive for the last 1 year with a 67% uptick. For silver, you have a 7.5% cut coming in yesterday, and it slipped below that $72-71 mark. So that's on silver. Continues to be in the negative for the last 1 month, move to a 10% negative move over there, and for the year 118% uptick. So the correlation I'm trying to draw here is that the kind of uptick that these metals have seen on a 6-month or a 1-year move, and compared to that, the kind of sharp cuts that we've seen in the last 1 month, 1 week and 1 day itself. Similar for copper. Copper is down by about 1.5%, but up 25% in the last 1 year. For platinum, to a 9% cut on an intraday basis just yesterday alone, but an 85% uptick. And I feel like somewhere in the gold and silver rally, copper and platinum were not looked at very closely, but these returns have also been quite stellar on a 1-year basis. Talking about crude then, Brent absolutely flat at 0.3% cut, but 11.3% higher for the month, of course, with everything that we've seen geopolitically when it comes to Venezuela, to Iran, and 1 year it's lower by 9%. So that's on commodities. Let's talk about crypto. Bitcoin is down 12% below that $65,000 mark. Ether is down 12.2%. Solara down 17%. So massive cuts coming in across the cryptocurrency space too. Shifting focus, let's talk about some global comments. We've got a lot of central bank action, and while we're waiting to look at ours today, we've got central bank action from the BOE, that's Bank of England, as well as the ECB, the European Central Bank. Let's talk about ECB. Post the rate decision, Christine Lagarde, who's the president of ECB, held a presser wherein she said that ECB unanimously left the deposit facility rate at 2%. Underlying inflation was consistent with their 2% target. External environment continues to remain challenging for them, and inflation outlook is more uncertain at the point than it usually is. Shifting focus, let's get some fresh comments from Trump coming in. He's spoken about the Japan election, saying that next week is going to be instrumental for Japan. He totally endorses Japan's Prime Minister Takaichi, and he says the results of this legislative election are going to be very important to the future of Japan. And lastly, shifting focus, let's talk about Atlanta Fed President Raphael Bostic, whose term ends at the end of this month. In a fireside chat, he said that the still strong labor market allows the US bank to keep interest rates at moderately restrictive levels, and macroeconomic uncertainty continues to make the economic outlook less clear, and it's a difficult time to be a policy maker. So that's the roundup coming in on the global comments, global commodity moves, as well as Bitcoin. Back to you.